A knife with a bold, rugged design can easily make the strongest first impression. But once it is time to use it for actual survival tasks like chopping, slicing, or batoning, some of those knives fail to live up to the look. Then, it becomes frustrating and can even turn risky. That's why experienced outdoorsy people always rely on a solid fixed blade that is actually built for real survival work. Now, if you're tired of guessing which knife will actually hold up, this video will help. As today, we'll show you 25 fixed blade knives, which are perfect for jungle survival. Updated price and purchase links are provided down in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. When you are deep in the jungle, one of the biggest problems is dealing with thick branches, vines, and heavy cutting jobs, and that is exactly where the cold steel Natchez Bowie stands out. It has that massive 11 and 3/4 inches 40-34 carbon steel Bowie blade, which is known for toughness and edge retention. And with an overall length of a bit over 17 inches, this one feels more like a survival tool than just a knife. Its long blade gives you powerful chopping force, so it'll be perfect for clearing brush, splitting smaller wood, preparing shelter poles, and even food prep in camp. Its sharp clip point also helps with precision cuts like carving traps, slicing cordage, or skinning game. In a jungle environment where wet conditions can ruin weak gear fast, the 3V steel's durability really becomes useful because it can take abuse without failing easily. Users often love how balanced and confidence-inspiring it feels for heavy outdoor tasks, though some mention it's quite large and not the easiest blade to carry for lightweight movement. But that's the point as a jungle survival knife. So this gear is great for people who need one serious fixed blade that can handle chopping, shelter building, and rough survival work. After a heavy chopper like the first knife, sometimes jungle survival needs something that can both cut hard and still stay controlled in the hand. And that is where the Tops Brush Wolf comes in. It has that versatility for brush clearing and close survival tasks. It comes with a 6.5-inch blade made from 1095 high carbon steel, which is excellent for hard-use outdoor work as it is tough, easy to sharpen in the field, and holds up well during repeated cutting. In a jungle, this blade length gives enough reach for chopping vines, clearing thick brush, and processing branches for a shelter without feeling oversized. Its overall length is around 12.13 inches, which gives solid leverage for stronger swings and controlled batoning. And it uses a micarta handle, which is a big advantage because micarta keeps a secure grip even when your hands are wet, muddy, or sweaty in humid conditions. It also includes a sheath, which is practical for fast belt carry and safe movement. Users often praise its rugged feel and cutting power, though some mention that 1095 steel needs regular oiling to prevent rust in wet jungle climates. Still, this knife handles shelter building, trail clearing, and firewood prep with real confidence. Now, if moving fast through dense jungle trails matters more than carrying a large blade, the Kizer Drop Bear Fix 3 becomes a very practical survival tool. We really like its compact carry with dependable corrosion resistance. It features a 3-inch fixed blade made from 14C28N stainless steel. And this steel is a huge plus for jungle use, as moisture is everywhere. And that blade length is quite useful for controlled tasks like carving steaks, cutting rope, preparing food, slicing vines, and making trap components. Its overall length is about 7 inches, which keeps it lightweight and easy to carry all day. Plus, the micarta handle provides a strong grip and comfort, especially in sweaty or slippery conditions. It has that cross-hollow screw with a rear handle detail, and for control, it has multiple jimping and finger grooves. It also comes with a sheath, so it stays secure on your belt or pack strap for quick access. Users often like how comfortable and razor-sharp it feels, though that smaller blade may not be ideal for heavy chopping of thicker wood. Sometimes the real survival problem is not chopping big wood, but needing one knife that can do almost everything around camp. And that is exactly why the CRKT Catchall earns its place here. It comes with a 5.5-inch blade made from 8CR13 MOV steel, which is practical for survival use because it sharpens easily and performs well for repeated utility cuts. In jungle conditions, that means it is great for cutting rope, slicing through vines, trimming branches, food prep, and general camp chores. The overall length is about 10¼ inches, which gives it a good balance between reach and carry comfort. And that glass-reinforced nylon handle with a textured rubber overmold is one of its strongest features because it stays grippy even when wet. It also includes a molded sheath, making it easy to carry securely while hiking through dense brush. Its blade shape also helps with safer, controlled cuts, especially when working close to your hands. Users often appreciate its comfort and value. But yeah, if you already used premium steels, then the edge retention of this knife may feel average. Next on the list with something built for tougher field use. The tops. Shadow Rider is built for people who want a knife that feels rugged and ready for hard survival use. Its biggest USP is toughness. It features a 3.25-inch blade made from 1095 high-carbon steel, and that makes it highly dependable for demanding outdoor work. This steel is known for toughness and easy field sharpening, which is very useful in jungle survival where sharpening tools may be limited. And that blade length gives a sweet spot between control and cutting strength, making it ideal for carving shelter stakes, processing bamboo, slicing cordage, and preparing kindling. The overall length is around 7¾ inches, which gives enough leverage for stronger tasks without becoming bulky. It uses a micarta handle, which is a huge advantage in jungle conditions because it keeps a solid grip even in rain or sweat. It also comes with a kydex sheath, making safe carry and quick deployment much easier while moving through thick terrain. Users often love its durability and comfortable grip, and obviously, that carbon steel requires regular maintenance to avoid rust. But still, this knife is outstanding for jungle survival as it combines toughness, grip security, and easy maintenance in the field. Most tactical knives are built big and bulky, which is not always practical to carry. That's where the Tops Hornero stands out. This knife features a 3-inch blade made from 1095 high-carbon steel, a material well known for toughness and edge retention in outdoor knives. The blade uses a sheepsfoot style design. That shape is especially helpful for tasks like carving wood, preparing food at camp, slicing rope, or shaving tinder for fire starting. With a blade thickness of about 0.19 inches, it still feels durable despite its smaller size. The full Tang construction means the steel runs through the entire handle, giving the knife much better strength and reliability than partial Tang designs. For the grip, Tops added canvas micarta handle scales, which provide a secure, textured hold even if your hands are wet or sweaty during outdoor work. And in terms of size, the Hornero measures about 7.13 inches overall and weighs around 5.3 ounces, so it feels light and easy to carry. It also comes with a kydex sheath, which helps keep the knife secure while allowing quick access when needed. Yeah, compared to the other knives, it's actually quite small for a tactical-style blade, but that compact size makes it far more comfortable for daily carry. When a survival situation demands serious cutting power, a small blade just won't cut it. That's where something like the Stroup Knives TU3 starts to make a lot more sense. Compared to the compact Hornero, this knife is built much tougher and more aggressive, designed mainly for tactical use, heavy outdoor tasks, and situations where strength and durability really matter. The TU3 features a 5-inch blade made from 1095 high-carbon steel, a steel known for its toughness and ability to take a very sharp edge. The knife measures around 9.5 inches overall, giving you a larger working blade while still maintaining good control. And the blade uses a drop-point style, which gives a balanced mix of piercing strength and slicing performance. With a blade thickness of around 0.1875 inches, it has enough backbone to handle tasks like splitting wood, cutting thick rope, or working through tougher materials in the field. One of the biggest strengths here is its true full Tang construction. That design gives the knife serious durability and stability when you're applying pressure. The handle uses textured G10 scales, which provide a firm, secure grip even when conditions are wet, dirty, or sweaty. It also comes with a Kydex sheath, making it easy to carry on a belt or attach to gear. Moving from a tactical-focused blade to something more survival-oriented brings us to the Tops Viper Scout Red. This knife is built specifically with bushcraft and wilderness use in mind, giving you a blade that can handle everything from wood processing to camp setup without feeling overly complicated. This knife comes with a 4.5-inch blade made from 1095 high-carbon steel, which is one of the most trusted steels for survival knives because it's tough, durable, and easy to sharpen in the field. The Viper Scout measures about 9.38 inches overall, which makes it a very balanced size for outdoor work. The blade uses a drop point design, which gives strong piercing ability while still maintaining good slicing performance for everyday camp tasks. With a blade thickness of around 0.19 inches, it has plenty of strength for batoning wood and tougher cutting jobs. And just like a proper survival knife should, the full Tang construction runs the entire length of the knife, making it far more dependable when you're applying pressure. The handle uses black linen micarta scales with red liners, giving the knife both durability and a comfortable grip. It also comes with a durable Kydex sheath. Overall, this knife performs quite well as a reliable bushcraft and survival knife built for real outdoor work. Some knives are made purely for outdoor survival, while others lean more toward tactical and combat-style applications. The CRKT Rakkasan falls right into that second category, bringing a bold and aggressive design that's inspired by traditional combat blades while still offering modern durability. This knife features a 4.75-inch blade made from SK 5-carbon steel, which is known for its toughness and ability to hold an edge during heavy cutting tasks. The blade uses a modified Tanto style. And with a blade thickness of about 0.2 inches, the Rakkasan feels very solid and capable of handling demanding work. Plus, the full Tang construction adds another layer of durability by extending the steel through the entire handle. This makes the knife far more dependable when you're applying force. The handle features G10 scales, which provide a textured, non-slip grip that stays secure. And the knife measures around 9 inches overall, giving it a solid size for tactical carry while still being manageable for field use. It also includes a Kydex sheath, allowing safe and convenient carry, though some users feel the blade shape is a bit specialized for certain tasks, like fine carving. But still, this gear works extremely well as a durable tactical knife. Not everyone wants to spend a lot of money on a survival knife. That's where the Smith & Wesson Hostage Rescue Team 9B becomes a very practical option, offering full Tang strength at a much more affordable price. This knife comes with a 7-inch blade made from high-carbon stainless steel, which helps provide good corrosion resistance while still maintaining solid cutting performance. The blade uses a clip point style, giving it strong piercing ability while also working well for slicing and general outdoor tasks. The double-edged spear-style profile also adds a more tactical look and feel. With a blade thickness of around 0.2 inches, the knife has enough strength for tougher cutting tasks. The full Tang construction runs through the handle, improving durability and helping the knife handle pressure better than partial Tang designs. The handle uses a rubberized grip, which helps provide a comfortable and secure hold during use. In terms of size, the knife measures about 12 inches overall, making it the largest knife on this list and giving you plenty of reach and cutting power. It also comes with a nylon belt sheath for convenient carry. Overall, this gear remains a great budget-friendly full Tang knife for camping, emergency kits, and general outdoor use. Out in the woods, a small knife just doesn't cut it when things get tough. And that's where the Varusteleka Jääkäripuukko 110 shines as an all-purpose bushcraft partner. It's an all-around knife for just about any task, but it's best paired with something bigger, such as an axe or the skramma. It is made from quality carbon steel and has a traditional Finnish puukko blade profile with a slight drop point. This Finnish-made knife is built around a traditional puukko-style blade in strong 80 CRV2 carbon steel with a Scandi grind that holds up under hard field use. The full Tang runs all the way through the rubber-textured handle, giving it real strength when you batter wood or baton logs for firewood. Its blade thickness and drop point shape make trimming, carving, and camp chores feel easy. And the spine is even ground to help strike sparks when you're trying to start a fire, something many modern knives skip. The beefy rubber grip isn't fancy, but it stays firmly in your hand even when wet, and the leather or bolter-on sheath options make carrying easy on belt or pack. Some owners mention that slight variations in grind or minor blade unevenness can show up out of the box, but that's typical with hand-finished carbon blades, and most users still praise how tough and dependable it is. When a bigger challenge comes along, the ESEE Junglas II steps in with a presence that feels more like a hybrid survival tool than a simple camp knife. Designed as the slightly smaller and more packable version of the original Junglas, this full Tang blade uses rugged 1095 carbon steel and a drop point geometry with a long 8.38 inches blade length, which lets you push through tougher outdoor cutting tasks. With its generous overall length of 14.5 inches, the Junglas II gives you the confidence to tackle batoning, processing, or even shaping shelter poles without feeling like you're asking too much from a single tool. It uses the MK2 handle, which offers a secure grip. And this knife is built in the US, so the quality is top-notch, no doubt. Also, the lifetime unconditional warranty from ESEE reflects the confidence they have in the construction, a real plus if you're preparing for real survival use. Some hikers and outdoors people note it's bigger and heavier than a basic knife, but that's exactly why it's so effective when standard blades would struggle. It's meant to do the heavy lifting when you need it. Moving from the real heavy hitters to something more approachable, check out this Weyland Outdoors tracker knife. If you have used the Topps Tom Brown tracker, then you'll notice that this Weyland knife has that similar design blade. This one is built for those who want capable bushcraft performance without overcommitting to super high-end gear. This full Tang knife pairs a rugged 65 mm steel blade of about 6 inches with a textured G10 handle that feels secure whether you're slicing cordage or preparing kindling around the camp. Its shape and balance were clearly inspired by the classic tracker profile used in serious outdoor training. But Weyland's version leans toward those who might be newer to survival gear or aren't ready to spend big on a premium tool. The leather sheath supports both belt side and scout carry, so it's easy to keep this blade at the ready. Users tend to praise its solid construction and good edge at its price point, many noting that for beginner bushcrafters or weekend adventurers, it's a hardy first fixed blade that still feels like it can handle real cutting chores. Because it's more budget-friendly, the edge retention and finish might not rival higher-end steels, but for everyday outdoor tasks and early survival learning, it's a useful and practical choice. If your typical trip involves heavier wood processing or prepping materials for shelter, the Off-Grid Tracker X3 gives you a surprisingly capable mid-size survival blade that feels rugged and ready for work. Built around cryogenically treated D2 steel, this full Tang knife has a broad drop-point blade that's thick and tough enough to baton, chop, and push through dense wood without losing composure, so you're not left struggling on tasks that would wear down thinner knives. The handle and sheath design also lean into field use, with a Kydex setup that lets you carry it vertically or horizontally depending on how you rig your pack. In real-world use, owners have found the Tracker X3 excellent at chopping and general camp chores like feather sticking wood, though some note it's not ideal for ferro rod sparking, and the spine geometry isn't as aggressive as some blades made specifically for that. Still, if you want a survival knife that can go beyond basic chores and actually act like a small camp tool or back up to an axe or saw, this one's performance is hard to ignore. For those who want a more refined tool that balances everyday carry ease and outdoor readiness, the Bradford Knives Guardian 3.5 XL takes the trusted Guardian platform and stretches it into a more versatile survival-friendly size. With its full Tang AEB-L stainless steel blade that's about 4.5 inches long and a well-contoured 3D machined micarta handle, this knife feels solid in hand, whether you're cutting rope, preparing food, or carving wood at camp. The stone-washed finish helps hide wear, and the balanced design means it's easy to control for precise cuts while still having enough blade and strength for general chores. The leather sheath lets you carry it horizontally, making it discreet on belt or a pack. Users who appreciate this model often highlight how comfortable and dependable it feels in prolonged use, even if it's not a massive survival chopper. It's more like a reliable everyday workhorse that doesn't balk at tougher outdoor tasks. The full Tang construction ties everything together, giving confidence that when you need to push on a cut or make a solid baton, the knife won't let you down. The next one is also a survival knife that can actually take a beating, so check out this Midgards PMP Big Boss. This isn't just a basic blade, it's designed for real bushcraft and tough outdoor use. It comes in 3 sizes basically: small, medium, and large. The blade is a solid 1 centimeter thick sandblasted steel. So whether you're batoning, chopping, or making firewood, it'll be stable and won't flex. The handles are G10, with the large model featuring a stylish olive finish. You can even get printed handles on request. The knives sit perfectly in your hand, with a groove for a forward grip and fine jimping to prevent slipping. There's even a lanyard hole so you don't accidentally drop it. And the sheaths are just as solid, made from kydex with a reliable belt loop. The knives feel balanced, even though they're not specifically designed with a balance line. The large knife weighs 750 grams, the medium 700, and the small around 650 grams. Despite that weight, they're quite agile. The grind is sharp and precise, with a satin finish that handles all cutting tasks effortlessly. So, if you want a knife that's well-balanced and ready for anything, the Big Boss can be your pick. Sometimes you need a knife that's light, compact, and actually easy to use for precise work. That's exactly where the CRKT Bugsy shines. And let us tell you, this is actually CRKT's first American-made fixed blade, designed by legendary custom knife maker Kayla Cummings. If you've got smaller hands or you're looking for something genuinely compact that doesn't sacrifice function for portability, this knife absolutely delivers. It features a 3.78-inch modified harpoon blade in 1095 carbon steel. What makes this knife special is its unique blade shape. It sits somewhere between a Nessmuk and a drop point, giving you good slicing capability along with a strong pierce when you need it. The handle is available in micarta or G10. Both materials are premium quality, and the flared pommel gives you extended control even when you're doing precise carving work. The whole package weighs just 4.3 ounces, which is feather light. Now, user feedback shows that people absolutely love how well this rides on your belt. It sits deep in the sheath so you barely feel it moving during active use. The only limitation is that this was optimized for smaller hands, so if you've got larger mitts, you might experience a tighter grip. Still, the compact design makes it perfect for backpacking, survival situations, or anyone who needs a knife that proves you don't need massive size knife. Now have a look at the Bradford Guardian 3 Sheepsfoot, which is what we call the gentleman carry of the fixed blade knives. Bradford Knives stands as a symbol of quality and affordability, supplying thousands of American-made hand-finished knives. This Guardian 3 features a 3-inch MagnaCut steel blade in a classic sheepsfoot grind, which means the spine runs parallel to the edge before dropping down at the very end. This knife sits at just 7 inches, making it one of the lightest fixed blades you can carry. The handle is crafted from micarta or G10 in multiple color options, and it feels premium in hand. What users love most is the steel quality and finish. After months of abuse, the stonewash stays clean with minimal staining. If you're into hunting, this knife is arguably one of the best tools for that specific task because the blade geometry allows for incredibly precise control. And let us tell you, this model shares the same dependable construction as its larger counterpart, the Guardian 3.5 series. Its compact size allows for effortless everyday carry while offering the reliability and strength of a fixed blade. So, whether you're an adventurer heading into the wilderness or a daily user requiring a reliable tool, the Guardian 3 is a reliable option. If you're after a tactical knife that won't break the bank but still performs like the pros use, the Stroup MK2 is built with that mission in mind. The MK2 was developed in collaboration with an active-duty Tier 1 operator, which immediately tells you this isn't your typical internet knife design. The blade is a compact 4-inch drop point from 1095 high-carbon steel with a flat blade grind. The blade is what enthusiasts call stabby. It features a strong point for piercing, combined with a practical geometry that excels at cutting and slicing. Plus, you get a G10 handle that stays non-slip even when wet, which is essential if you're working in demanding field conditions where moisture is a constant factor. Its overall weight is just under 5 ounces. And yeah, as this blade has the 1095 steel, so it'll require more maintenance than stainless alternatives because it's prone to oxidation if not kept dry. That said, for someone looking for a handmade American blade with genuine tactical functionality and premium build quality, the Stroup MK2 offers incredible value. When budget meets the need for a tactical fixed blade, the Dragon Creek delivers surprisingly solid performance. Yeah, this knife might just be the most practical recommendation for anyone building a basic survival or EDC kit on a budget. This is a stainless steel blade, and its overall length measures 4.2 inches. Though it comes with a plastic handle, it still provides a good grip. What's immediately striking about the Dragon Creek is the aggressive design. This is genuinely a tactical knife with a strong point built for piercing and a sharp front edge for cutting. It has a safe bumper which is going to protect your hands well. Plus, with the 15-degree V-shaped double blade that reduces cutting resistance, its weight is 12.3 ounces. And the full Tang construction means this knife can handle abuse without any concerns about the handle separating from the blade. For the price, at under $40, the Dragon Creek offers genuine tactical capability, excellent sharpness from the factory. But the main trade-off is that the sheath retention that some users mention is weak. But still, at this price point, you'll get this sharp and sturdy knife with tactical quality. So, if you need a reliable, sharp, tactical fixed blade for outdoor adventures, camping, hiking, or gift-giving, the Dragon Creek is actually a useful one to keep. Some fixed blade knives look tough on the surface, but once you actually push them into hard outdoor work, they start showing weaknesses pretty quickly. That's exactly the kind of problem the Tops Black Heat is meant to avoid, because this knife is built around real-world combat experience rather than just looks. It carries the mindset of American military heritage and was designed with direct input from active-duty U.S. Marines. The Black Heat comes with a solid 6.5-inch blade made from 1095 high-carbon steel, hardened to RC 56 to 58. This steel is known for taking a very sharp edge and holding it well during demanding use. The blade is finished with a black traction coating that not only gives it a tactical appearance but also improves corrosion resistance. The red and black G10 handle is shaped for comfort and stays secure in your hand. At 13 ounces including the sheath, the knife feels substantial without becoming hard to control. Many owners say the knife arrives with a surprisingly dull factory edge, which feels disappointing considering Top's strong military reputation. The good news is that 1095 steel sharpens easily, and once properly sharpened, the Black Heat performs exactly as expected. Okay, if the previous blade shows what military-driven design can do, the next step up is seeing what happens when premium materials and careful craftsmanship take center stage. The Hinderer Ranch Bowie is a strong example of American knife making done with purpose and precision. Everything about this knife feels deliberate, from the steel choice to how it sits in your hand. It features a 5.25-inch blade made from CPM3V tool steel, which clearly outperforms many traditional carbon steels when it comes to hard use. The blade finish helps hide small scratches from regular work while also improving corrosion resistance. Weighing 10.6 ounces, the Ranch Bowie feels well-balanced. The micarta handle gives the knife a compact, controlled feel without sacrificing comfort. What really makes this knife stand out is how versatile it is. The flat grind works alongside a crowned spine and aggressive jimping, allowing for both clean slicing and powerful chopping. It also arrives properly sharp right out of the box, which is always appreciated. The hand-stitched leather belt sheath matches the knife's premium feel. Made entirely in the USA and backed by Hinderer's lifetime warranty, this knife costs more than average. When survival calls for maximum strength, the cold steel drop-forged Survivalist is essentially a pry bar shaped like a knife. The entire knife is drop-forged from a single piece of 5-2100 high-carbon steel, meaning there are no joints, seams, or weak points anywhere in the design. It has a huge 8-inch blade that is 5.5 millimeters thick, which pretty much gives you a pry bar shaped like a knife. It can take on chopping, batoning, and heavy sideways pressure that would ruin a lot of normal designs. The generous belly, thick spine, and strong tip turn it into a true one-tool option when you're in a survival situation and need dependable strength more than fine, delicate cuts. Even though it weighs 18.3 ounces and lands on the heavier side, people say the balance is surprisingly good for such a beefy blade. It also comes sharp right out of the box, and the Secure X sheath gives you several comfortable ways to carry it. What really stands out from long-term testers is the edge retention. 5-2100 steel keeps performing even when other steels start to fall behind. But there is one real drawback in tough environments. Since it's all one solid piece of metal, the handle heats up fast in hot weather, and you'll definitely want gloves or it can burn your hand. If you're intrigued by historical design but still want a modern tactical knife, then you must see this knife, the Tops Modern Gladius, which does exactly that through a collaboration with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, taking elements of Roman weapon design and adapting them for modern applications. This knife features a unique double-edged Tanto-style blade measuring 6.5 inches, crafted from 1095 carbon steel and finished with Tops signature black traction coating. This blade has a shape that makes it good for both straight, stabbing moves and clean cutting, and the fullers on each side help keep it strong while also making it lighter, bringing the weight down to about 8.3 ounces. The tan canvas micarta handle slowly narrows toward the guard, so your hand naturally settles in and feels secure. There are also fullers along the top of the blade, which help guide your grip a bit. It also comes with a black Kydex sheath and a leather dangler, so carrying it is comfortable. And one big benefit of the modern Gladius compared to single-edge knives is how quickly it reacts when you switch directions. Tops also shows in stress tests that the knife can handle heavy use. The main thing to watch out for is the law, since double-edged blades are legal in some places and not in others, so you should check your local laws before buying one. Sometimes a compact knife built with serious standards makes the most sense, so have a quick look at the Stroup Knives TU2. It basically focuses on modern American craftsmanship without unnecessary bulk, proving that smaller designs can still deliver dependable performance. This one features a 4-inch blade of 1095 high-carbon steel that's rock-tumbled and acid-etched to create that distinctive rough, worn aesthetic. But more importantly, this steel retains an exceptional edge and sharpens easily when you need to refresh it. At just 8.5 inches overall length, the TU2 is the compact member of this group, making it portable for hikers and bushcrafters who count ounces. It uses a G10 handle, which features expert shaping for comfort and an ergonomic grip. Every knife comes with a Kydex sheath where the belt clip can be mounted as per your preference. The edge quality out of the box tends toward the dull side, which is a consistent comment from users, but this is 1095 we're talking about, so you'll be sharpening it regularly anyway. And if you have larger hands, you might feel the handle doesn't fully fill your palm, though many appreciate the reduced bulk. The American craftsmanship backing every knife says a lot about long-term reliability, and the TU2 proves that reduced bulk doesn't mean reduced capability. So, that was our list of 25 fixed-blade knives which are perfect for jungle survival. Thanks for watching. Feel free to reveal your thoughts in the comments section, as we'd love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, share, and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.